Resting method bar winning set. Tears fled the head, I'm weak, not guess she tweet. I guess she fast, she thinking less, not drinking less. Bathroom test, that's the case. Spontaneous, I stereotype. Put to rest tonight. Imagine, believe, and achieve it works. Skyline as a rise like fireworks.
Hey, hello everybody, and welcome to this edition of After the Storm, your Oklahoma City Thunder post-game analysis live stream. And today we're coming to you for tonight, I should say, we're coming to you from Cat's Tavern. And what a great night it was for the Thunder. Loved what I saw from our team. The coach actually helped tonight. And we want to thank Christina for getting the game on for us before she left to get off tonight. And then, of course, Kylie and Alicia and Ben making sure that the game was on out here on the patio, and the fact that the music, that the volume was turned up so we could listen to the ESPN deal. And can I say something? It was so nice being able to listen to people who know what they were talking about. And when they started double teaming SGA, getting the ball out of his hands, that there actually was analysis on what was going on compared to what we get with the Thunder broadcast. They act like they don't know what's going on. And so it was just nice to be able to get that from the crew. But like I said, today we are coming to you from one of our favorite places, Cat's Tavern, 901 64th Street, just east of 64th and Classen here in North Oklahoma City. They are open Sundays through Monday from 12 p.m. to 2 a.m. They have got a bunch of good drink specials. And can I say something? The one thing that I do love about coming to Cats is they are dog friendly, and it's my dog Ace. It's his favorite patio for him to go to. So we want to thank Cat and their staff for making sure that we were up and running. And then also let's thank YNB, family owned and operated since 1912. They are the bank that makes things happen. And they're an equal housing lender and a member of the FDIC. You can pre-qualify online at www.ynbok.com. That's www.ynbok.com. And or you can go into the main bank at 401 Elm and see our guys there, or YNB East, which is on 66th in the Yukon Parkway. YNB Mustang at 218 Mustang Road there in the city of Mustang. YNB Parkway, which is on I-40 and Garth Brooks Boulevard. And then, of course, the bank that I always go to is YNB Peoples there to see my boy Eddie. So you can go in and see him. Now, that being said, let me say this. I was really worried about what the Thunder were going to do. First of all, whether they're going to play the right players, whether they're going to play all these guys, what exactly what they're going to try to do, whether they're actually going to try to win this game. And let me tell you, to the Thunder organization, the people here at Cats on this patio, there was probably 20, 25 people on the patio. They had karaoke inside. And at the end of the game, they actually stopped karaoke to listen to the end of the game. And when the Thunder won, you could just hear this roar, not only from the patio, but you could hear it inside. And can we say that us as fans and these people are so excited about the Thunder winning, about the Thunder, about Oklahoma City being one of the top teams, or having a team that could possibly compete. Because A, we think we deserve it. B, you spoiled us by providing us the team from the very beginning. So yeah, we think that we deserve it, and we think that you should give it to us. And can I say, our two best players tonight, the second half, Josh and SGA. Woo, third quarter. Oh my God, they just went to work. In the second half, they went to work. What they have, I think they had 17 the first half and 44 the second half with them combined. And they were just going to work, which is what we know and what I've been wanting Josh to be, his Batman. And can I say that the Pelicans had a great game plan for SGA. And what do great players do? They figure out how to manipulate the game plan once they know what they're trying to do to them. So SGA did a fantastic job of figuring that out right away. And he started going, okay, how do I do this? How do I do that? And he just went to work, and you could just see it. And you can see what he's doing. And then let's take our hat off to Lou Dort. 20 points in the first half. He did everything. They took the ball out of SG's hands and said, hey, somebody else beat us. And Lou Dort was that. That's what he did. He beat them. He made sure that the Thunder stayed in the game and kept it close. So let's get the breakdown now. In the first half, first quarter, you started, of course, SGA, Josh, J Dub, Dort, and J Will. So, our standard starting five. And, you know, they went, and Jones did a great job right away of making sure SGA didn't touch the ball. Okay, that was the first thing. I said, oh, okay, so this is what they're going to do. Not necessarily a box and one, but they double teamed him all night long. And it took a Thunder a while to figure out exactly what to do. But what we ended up figuring out what to do is getting Josh in the middle, our best ball handler. I mean, as far as passing and everything. Get Josh the ball in the middle at the free throw line when they came out to double team him, and then let him make the right decision on hit the cutter or hit the wing or whatever we need to do. So I liked what we started doing once we figured that out. But J Dub tonight, I'm just gonna give it rookie jitters because he had some mental lapses that were just, I mean, come on, bro. You switch every time in the paint. Come on, you switch. You don't sit there and guard the two men. I mean, your man comes and sets the screen. You switch off. You don't give up a basket underneath the basket or give up a layup, and that's what J Dub did. And he could just tell it took him a while to kind of get going, but eventually he did. And then, of course, what do? You put Lindy Waters in the game instead of who? Wiggins. I'm like, I don't understand the mentality. Then in the second half, Lindy Waters doesn't see the floor. Why is he in the game at all? He's not ready for this level. Jang, is not ready for this level. Sarge did a good job. You have to go with your seven, and we already know you know who that is. That's SGA, Josh, Dort, J Dub, Wiggins, J Will, Isaiah Joe. That's your seven. Do you know you got to bring Sarge off to sub for J Will? We already know that. So then that's your eight. And then the question is, who do you go after that? And what did you do the second half? You went with your eight. Well, Isaiah Joe, I'm sorry, that's the other one. You got to go with your eight if you're trying to win. And you already know how to do it. So we know the Thunder know what to do and who the players are. So why are you playing Lindy Waters? For what? What is he going to give you? He can't defend. He's a great three-point shooter in the G League. Not here. Does not transpire. Does not translate back. So to me, it's like, what are you doing? And why is Lindy Waters playing? And of course, the second half, he got zero time, which he shouldn't, because what did the Thunder decide to do? The Thunder tried to win the game. And can I say that Sam Presti, let me take my hat off to you. If I had one, I want to say thank you for allowing the Thunder fans a chance to see what we're really capable of if you put us in the right position to make that happen. Can I say that? Into the first quarter, the Thunder are up 32-29. The Pelicans were 1 for 7 from three. The Thunder are 4 for 10. 39% for them, 50% for us. Rebounds 15-12. 18 points in the paint to 14. And let's say Valanciunas just absolutely murdered us inside. And the thing is this, if we have Chet, what does that matter? Somebody was asking me tonight, what are we going to, is Chet going to be our guy? I go, Chet can't handle Valanciunas. No way. There's no way possible that he could handle it. He was pushing J. Well around, then you put Sarge in there, he's pulling him around, pushing him around. Valanciunas is a big human. He's a huge individual, and he did what he did. So the only reason why the Pelicans were in the game early is simply because we couldn't keep him off the boards. But we finally figured out how to do that. That is rebound by committee. That's how you do it. You rebound by committee. And that's exactly what the Thunder did in order to take the lead at the end of the first quarter, along with, can I say this, Lou Dort. Lou Dort. What a great game for the first half that he had for us. So to start the second half, or start the second quarter, that's been the Thunder's bugaboo, or the second and fourth quarters, the lineups that we have, because what do we talk about the Thunder need to do? I mean, what are the keys to this game? And can I say that I got one of them wrong, but I changed this at the last minute to do this, because I wasn't going to do this, but the keys to the game were simple. We have to get off to a good start like we do every quarter. We have to play good perimeter defense. In other words, keep them out of the paint. We got to move without the basketball, not stand around, and then we need bench production, which we did not really get tonight. But what I really wanted to say, and that is just play under control and do what we need to do, and don't get out of our way. Don't get out of our game plan. That's what I really wanted to say. But I went with bench scoring because I thought that the bench was going to have to contribute. And when you see what the stats were at the end, they really did not do that. So to start the second quarter, we had Isaiah Joe, Josh, Sarge, J Dub, and Lindy Waters, of course. What a shock. He started Lindy Waters in the second quarter. Wow. You know, and of course, the people here at Cats were not happy about it. But you know what? The coaches do what they got to do, and they started him, and people are just like, what is the deal? And then, of course, 38-37 with 9 minutes to go, you substitute Wiggins for Waters. And the point is, why is Waters in the game before Wiggins? I don't I, I, I don't understand the whole Lindy Waters deal. I like him. I just don't understand what the fascination is with a G League player who's not ready for this level, who cannot play on this level with this type of competition. And you prove that because you didn't even play him at all in the Golden State game. So you know that he's not ready, but yet in this game you try to go ahead and play him, and it just didn't get us anything. And what did you have to do? You had to put Wiggins in the game. So anyway, my thing is this. Uh, I've got this note in here about uh, J Dub. Because J Dub, to me, on the defensive end tonight, was just really lacking early in the first and second quarter. He wasn't, I don't know if he was lackadaisical. I don't know if he wasn't ready. I don't know if it was the moment. I don't know what it was. But the first half, he was just kind of really frustrating for me to watch him play defense or the lack thereof. Guys going around him, not switching on screens, uh, losing the ball and making dumb sit. I'm just like, what are you doing? But once again, he is a rookie. And what is he only going to do? He's only going to get better. He's only going to get better. And I will say that the second half, completely different player. But why? It's because you got him in the right rotation. You got the right group of guys in there together, which makes all the damn difference in the world on who you have in the game. It matters. You know who your eight is. Why are you playing that? Why are you? Hey, look, let's go with our eight and let's see what happens. And then I got to talk about the fourth quarter, which I can't wait to get there because I was shocked what happened. So anyway, it's 52-49. You've got SGA, Josh, J Dub, Wiggins, and Dort in the game with 4 minutes and 20 seconds to go. And I will say this, that they are extremely talented. They're extremely athletic. That's why I understand why Lenny was playing at all. You have to have your best defenders out there to be able to handle what did I say the key was in the second part? Be able to handle this perimeter. And they got to going on the perimeter with us, taking the basket, pulling up, and we just couldn't do anything with them. They're attacking the basket, moving the ball, and we just could not rotate because they're breaking us down defensively. So that allowed that second pass when the guy rotates, boom, he attacked the basket and attacked the lane. Not a lot you can do with that other than keeping the guy in front of you if at all possible. And so to me, that's what one of the problems with what the Thunder were having with them in the first half or the first quarter and the second quarter. First quarter, we handled it a little bit better as the quarter went on. Second quarter, we got off to a slow start. What a shock. And then once again, you got the right players in there. But once they get into a roll, it's hard to stop any NBA team. Like it's hard to stop us once we get on a roll too. So, but anyway, the Thunder did a very good job of doing what they needed to do. But like I said, SJ needed to figure out, okay, what do I do next? How do I get past this double team? How do I score? How do I see the guys coming? So that's what SGA needed to figure out in the second half because he only had 7 points in the first half. So at halftime, uh, the Pelicans were up 63-57 over the Thunder. The Pelicans were 4 for 14 from three, 44% from the field. The Thunder were 8 for 23 for three for 41% from the field, 19 rebounds to 31, 32 points in the paint to 22. But like I said, they were killing us because every time we tried to stop them, we could not stop them on the perimeter. They would get by us and they could attack the basket at will, and we just didn't have an answer for that in the first half. But what did we did? We did take care of the basketball. 4 turnovers for them, 3 for us, and then of course we did get some bench scoring in the second quarter. But that's why we had a 14-8 lead. So anyway, I was excited about that. Excited what I saw from our team, and you can just see what we needed to do to make a difference in the third quarter. But anyway, going down, only down 6, weathering their storm because they're at home. They're going to make a run. They're 42-40. They're going to make a run at some point, and we knew that. So all we had to do was just weather the storm, and we were lucky, I think, to get out of there only being down 6. Only being down 6, I think we got lucky to only be down 6. But can I take my hat off to the Thunder and to the players, and I'm gonna say this to the coaches. I'm gonna give people credit when they do good. If you play like, I'm gonna call you out when you don't do what you're supposed to do. I'll call you out. You do what you're supposed to do, I'm gonna give you praise. My job is to analyze. I don't really hate. It is what it is. You're doing what you're doing, or you're not doing what you're doing. So that's what my job is to do. So that being said, let's take a quick break and thank our sponsors. I want to thank Collaborative Logic for keeping us up and running and doing all the things that they do for us. My guy Russell Williford over there. Computer, if you have any computer needs, they are the people that you need to talk to for that. They can write software for you. They can do. They can sell you computers. They can do all the little things that are necessary to keep your office up and running. And then, not to mention, they can also do what I really like. They can also come in and they can write a website if you want to do that for you. They can do that as well. So I appreciate those guys and all the little things that they do for us to keep us up and running. Mark Long at SRB. If you have any engineering, surveying, or planning, they are the people to talk to for that. And hit our guys up. And by all means, my guy Mark Long will be able to hook you up and be able to do any of that. And what they're very good at is making sure that when you do get uh, an office built or a complex, whatever it is that you're trying to do, they are excellent at making sure that it runs properly, that it looks good, and that you'll be able to make sure that it functions properly. So anyway, those are my guys at SRB. And then, of course, Oak Grove Trucking and my guy Jose Fierro at Oak Grove Trucking. He can hook you up if you have any big rocks and needs dirt and stuff to be moved. And then also, he is excellent at going out and doing dirt work as far as road construction is concerned. Greg and Max Nafee at Nafco supporting me as always in everything that they do. And then last but not least, YNB, family owned and operated since 1912. They are the bank that makes things happen. They are an equal housing lender and they are a member of the FDIC. They're also the reason that we go out and that we are able to go out to places like we are at Cats tonight because of YNB and their sponsorship of women, minority, and black-owned businesses in the Oklahoma City area. You can pre-qualify online at www.ynbok.com. That's www.ynbok.com. But they are a personal bank, so you can go into the main bank. They're at YNB downtown 401M or YNB East on 66 in the Yukon Parkway. YNB Mustang 218 North Mustang Road. They're in the great city of Mustang. YNB Parkway, which is on I-40 and Garth Brooks Boulevard, right there in front of the hospital. And then my bank that I always go to is YNB Peoples. There on 23rd between MacArthur and Rockwell is my spot. And then I'm joined by my guy, Drew Henthorn of Husker Drew Pigs.com. What's up, bro?
Hey, Husker Drew Picks, just on fire again tonight.
What's up, brother?
Just on fire, went 5-1 again tonight.
Well, you had the Thunder. You took the Thunder in the points.
Thunder over in the Bulls game. Had the Bulls. Had the Braves. The only one I missed today was the Cubs.
Yeah, the one thing that I liked, I watched. I haven't even got to the Bulls game because I'm right in the middle of doing the Thunder thing. So I was going to talk about all of those, the Bulls and all that after the Bulls and the Raptors. Talking about the Raptors choke job. Oh my God!
Oh yeah,
up 20 and then can't make free throws, making stupid decisions down the stretch. Couldn't believe that what happened. So, did you get a chance to watch the Thunder game? What'd you think of the first half?
I watched. Hey, that's one of the first Thunder games I watched all year on TV.
Well, you could actually listen to real broadcasters that could tell you what the hell was going on.
I mean, I got to actually watch it on TV.
Yeah. Well, you get to watch them again when they play Friday night against the T-Wolves.
No, I'll be in Mexico.
Oh, you're gone, huh? Well, that's always a good thing, right?
What's that?
That's how Mexico is always a good thing.
Yeah. Well, it'll probably be on down there. They have a sports bar there. So.
Yeah, well, you'll be able to watch it. It's going to be good, and we'll get your stats and all that. But I will say this: the Thunder. I thought the Pelicans had a good game plan as far as stopping SGA by double teaming and taking the ball out of his hands. I thought they did very good at doing that, and the Thunder took them a while to adjust to that in the first half. And then Valanciunas was just a beast inside, man. You know what I'm saying, Drew? He was a beast.
It's going to be interesting to see how they adapt with Big Cat and oh boy will be back from suspension. So T was going to be big.
Rudy Gobert. But the thing with Cat, we don't have to worry about him so much because we know what he's going to do. He's going to stand out on 3-point line. So you know what he's going to do. The question is, how are we going to handle Rudy Gobert once he goes inside? What are we going to do with that? That's going to be the issue, I think.
I think he's more of a problem on defense than he is on offense.
Yeah, well, the whole thing with defense is with him, the only person that really drives a lot is SGA. And we do move without the ball. And if Jay Will was off on his threes tonight at the beginning of the first half, and once he starts knocking down a couple, that'll make them come out, and which will allow us to open up even more to be able to do that. But anyway, back to today's game. The Thunder go in down 57-63. Of course, we start the third quarter with SGA, Josh, J-Dub, Dort, and Jay Will, our normal starting five. The one thing that we start out with is that we tend to have issues with, Drew, to me, is our transition defense. How we make a shot or whatever and it's in transition and we jog down the court. I don't get that. Get your butt back. It costs us so many times in transition giving up easy baskets. I just don't understand why the Thunder just cannot get back on D, bro. I just don't get it. Yes, they were absolutely fantastic. I'm talking about the game right now and how great we played. But I got to talk about how bad we played too, right? Yeah, but I'm very happy right now. Don't get me wrong. And she's over there giving me the evil eye over there. She's trying to give me the stink eye about that. Huh? You a Pelicans fan? Oh, okay. Well, then you're golden then. I'm talking good about them. Yes, we did. We see. Okay, so now you're yelling. Now, Drew, she's over talking about we let up a little bit, and that's exactly. I'm criticized a little bit. I get in trouble. She criticizes. It's okay. How does that work, Drew?
Yeah, because they're women.
That's exactly what she just said. She goes, "I'm a woman. I'm a female." That's exactly what she said. I love that. So you gonna come back out here and talk about it, or you gonna stay inside? You wanna talk about it? I'm doing my live stream. We're live right now talking about the Thunder game. Here's your headset.
I'm gonna keep that away from all the electronics.
Yes,
oh boy, we got that on the line.
Huh? Do what?
Who we got here?
Here, you can slide over. There you go. Right there. Don't sit on your phone there. And
hi, Kristen.
Well, you have to slide over a little bit. Leave Buster alone. Let Buster do what he's gonna do. Okay, there you go. And your name is?
I'm Bella.
This is Bella, everyone, and she is welcome to After the Storm, our OKC Thunder post-game analysis live stream that we do after every Thunder game.
Hey, really?
Yes. So anyway, we're talking about the game, talking about what the Thunder did. Here, let me put that down so that's out of your face.
I'm a little short.
You are a little short, but we're gonna get it worked out for you. So anyway, what was your thoughts about? We're getting ready to start talking about the third quarter, which is when the Thunder struggled just a little bit in the beginning, and then what I was saying is what I was about to say was Josh Giddey and SGA just took over in the second quarter or third quarter.
Yeah. So, listen, I was at a birthday dinner tonight, so I sadly had to miss a lot of that. But I will say, I mean, when you hand that over to them, it's kind of magic. They have great chemistry together.
Yes, they do.
I'm excited to see next season when they bring Chet into it.
Yes.
Because I know how they are together. I think it's
Josh and Chet. Yes.
Josh, Chet,
SGA
Shea.
has not played with them yet.
Right. I mean, they play and practice it together for sure.
Yeah, it's at the beginning.
Yeah. And even now, too. I mean, Chet's been fine for a while. There's a strategy to that. Like, Presti's keeping him out from playing for a reason.
Yeah, why? We're not going to take a chance on him getting hurt.
Yeah, I mean, but
hey.
also I used to work in orthopedic sales before I worked for the Thunder,
Uh-huh.
and I know he's been fine on that foot for a while.
For a while, I
for
agree.
a long time.
He's been practicing too.
He's been practicing
Yes.
exactly. So he's played with Shea a little bit.
And he's gained some weight.
Mhm.
I like that.
They're working him. They're being smart about it. They're saving him for next year.
So, what is your over under for them for next year?
I don't know. Listen, I'm one of those people that's a little too cocky. So I I like
Fit
to
right into the show.
She fits right in
yeah,
with us, doesn't
yeah,
she?
I don't like to speak before, I've seen enough. So I don't want to speak before I know or have seen enough to actually speak intelligently on the matter.
Okay. All
Right?
Well, then, so we're going to talk about it. Then you just jump in, chime in, wherever we're
Okay,
going.
okay.
Okay, so with the Thunder were up 84-79. You got SGA, Josh, Isaiah, Joe, J-Dub, and Dort in the game. And what I loved about what was happening was Josh was going downhill. He was playing downhill all night tonight. And really, in the third quarter, he and SGA got going because I think he had 17 or 19 in the third quarter, which, of course, he had 7 at first. I think he had 17 in the third quarter. So once he got going, I think once he gets going, it frees everybody else up. Don't you think, Drew?
Oh yeah, 100%. He once he gets the ball going, the offense kind of picks up. Everybody kind of gets everybody's shots get to be a little bit more open. Everybody plays a little more confidence. He just kind of has that that flow.
He has a calming effect on the team, and I like when he starts rolling, it makes us a lot easier. Now,
and everybody else's shots get easier because they're double teaming him and they're crashing down on him on the lanes, and he's able to kick out to our shooters and then everybody's crashing the glass because they know where the ball's at. It's a total different dynamic with the offense.
They were like triple team. I mean, they were all over Shea tonight. They know better. I mean, Shea's head of the game. Like, he's obviously the leader. We all know that. Giddey, I've gotten to speak to him personally a few times. He's awesome. But I will say, like, he's so young, and they're all so young that they're mentally, like, you know how young players are. Like, I played volleyball from when I was 12 on. I had multiple knee surgeries, so I had to sit out and come back in and everything, and it's all a whole mind game with the team. So it can be really tough, and Giddey gets in his head. You can tell. You can see on his face when he plays. And when Shea's out of it, they're all kind of out of it.
Agreed. Now, it was so funny is, Drew, how about when Josh Richardson puts the cheap shot on Giddey? Oh, dude, I'm like, really? Josh is ready to fight.
I would punch him myself.
Getting kicked out for
I love Giddey too much.
Yeah,
I would hit him myself.
Hey, but what was funny is Shea turns around and laughs at Josh like, bro, chill. Come on, man. Don't get thrown out over this dude. I thought that was kind of funny. That was a nice little moment there.
One of my favorite little clips a couple games ago, Giddey just like snatching that ball out of like some fans' hands. He posted on his own Instagram, actually, just snagging it right back.
Yeah, but he's opposing team. It wasn't at home.
Well, yeah. I mean, as he should.
As he should.
But the passion's there at least.
No, I like because what's so funny. I haven't seen Josh mad before. Have you, Drew?
No.
He's
Australian. They don't have a whole lot to be mad about.
And I'm like, dude, you mad? You have an attitude? I like this.
He does.
Can we see more of this?
That's why I like him so much. But I think you got to pay a little more attention to him. It shows on his face so much. He cannot hide any emotion.
Yeah, but I'm talking about he was mad.
Yeah.
I've never seen him mad. I've seen him like, okay, I'm
higher stakes tonight. Higher stakes.
Yeah, agreed. I like what I saw. So anyway, in the third quarter, the Thunder. The score was the Thunder up 96-87, and it largely to do with SGA and Josh and what they did in the third quarter. But Josh playing downhill, SGA figuring out exactly what they were doing to him, attacking the double team, splitting the double team before they got to him, which allowed him to get to the basket a lot easier. And also he played some great defense there in the fourth quarter, which I liked. So the Pelicans in three-point were 5 for 20. The Thunder were 10 for 30. 45% from the field for them, 47 for us, 40 rebounds for them, 29, and they just dominated. Dude, we've got a rebound by committee. We're just too small. We just do not have a big body in there. So hopefully Chet will make a difference next year when it comes to that, but we shall see. Points in the paint, you can see completely turned around from the halftime stat where the Thunder were 46 in the paint. And that's largely to do with SGA and Josh playing downhill. And then, of course, double teaming SGA, them kicking it to Josh at the free throw line, and then everybody attacking, and Josh making the right decision, which he often does with the ball in his hands. So I like what I was seeing from them. 4 turnovers for them, 9 turnovers for them, 4 for us. And, of course, those were some key turnovers that we had that got us into the flow of the game, which allowed us to take off. Pelicans 10 points bench scoring, the Thunder 14. So now that being said, what the interesting part was in the fourth quarter, and I popped this up on my show today. In the fourth quarter, Drew, the Thunder are 20th as far as giving up points in the NBA. That's not very good out of 30 teams, which is one of the problems that you and I have talked about before. The Thunder have to start fast.
that has everything to do with his substitution patterns.
His lineup to start the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
So it has everything to do with that. Because we get down, they go on 31-10 runs. They go on 20-4 runs. But can I say this about the fourth quarter today? He started.
They didn't do what they normally do.
Right. He started Josh, J-Dub, Sarge, Wiggins, and Isaiah Joe. That's a good 5. I have zero deal with that. But when they outscored us, okay, right at the start of the fourth quarter, with 10 minutes to go, he put SGA back in the game. I was like, what? Are you feeling okay? Are you feeling okay?
He must have had a season ticket holder meeting.
Yes, it was. He must have, because it was 98-96, and then all of a sudden, here comes. The problem I had with him is right before that it was 98-94. They scored, and I'm like, call timeout. He did not call timeout. They came down and scored again, and then he called timeout. I'm like, bro, that's 2 points you gave up. You can see they were starting to run. Excuse me. And that's part of the problem I have with G League, is that he doesn't recognize runs. He doesn't recognize when to call a timeout when a run is coming. I mean, you could feel it now. He put SGA, getting ready to put him in the game, but I'm like, bro, call the timeout right now. They're coming in making a run, and then you gave him 2 more points. Now, what SGA does is he has the ability to stop a run. He can go get your buckets.
Yeah.
And Josh tonight did too. And I'm just really proud of that man, because this is what I've always said about Josh and SGA. Our best player is SGA. Our second best player is Josh. Our third is J-Dub. Our fourth is Dort. And then our fifth is yet to be determined. Hopefully it'll be
Here's
Chet.
the beauty of all that. They all have different abilities.
Yes.
Like, no one can see a court like Giddy does.
Right.
SGA is just magical. I mean, there's no arguing that.
Agreed.
Dort's got the aggression on him there.
And
Dort's a
J-Dub
bully.
is just fucking fun to watch.
And
That's
young.
it.
And young.
And young. He's awesome. I love watching him. He is my favorite rookie we've had in a long time.
Over Josh?
I mean, I love Josh. Don't get me wrong.
Dude, did she just kick Josh to the curb on TV?
I think so.
Did she
No.
wait.
No.
Yeah, did she, Drew? She
I'm
just
the- I-
dissed Josh for
I'm the
J-Dub.
other-
No,
I
I
like
was a
J-Will.
restaurant manager where he would come in every day, after most games, and I love seeing him there. Love him to death.
Drew.
But I'm just saying they have different capabilities. He
You
just
just
has.
said
No,
that
I
J-Dub was your
didn't.
favorite rookie of
No.
all. Did she not
He-
say that, Drew?
Listen,
It's-
okay, I will say this.
Okay.
He's more fun to watch
Okay.
because you can see like he is just like Giddy thinks a lot.
Yes,
He's got a lot of thought back there. He's seeing the court. He's thinking a lot. J-Dub just has a lot of passion. He plays passionately.
Okay. I can live with that.
He plays passionately, and Giddy plays thoughtfully.
Okay.
I will say that.
Drew?
I'm a Jay Will guy. I like the other.
I
Jay
love
Will.
J. Will too. I just love his face. I just love J. Will.
I love J. Will. So anyway,
He's always smiling. Sorry.
okay.
Oh.
So anyway, what
Good
ended
at
up
it.
happening is they make a run, and for the last 7 minutes, it was back and forth. They take the lead, we take the lead. They tie, we go up, they go up. And it was one of those things where what I loved about our G League coach is that he actually made right decisions as far as who to put in the game, who he had in there. And I was just, I mean, you and Randy were teasing me. Y'all knew he was going to put in Lindy Waters, didn't you?
I was wondering about that.
I was waiting. We were all waiting up here.
Hey,
we were all waiting. Going, where's he gonna put him in?
I would have had him picking up Brandon Ingram full court.
Shut up. You're so stupid.
I've known Lindy for a while. I love watching him play. It's
He's
just
not
like
an
a
NBA
hometown. I mean, he's just
not
a.
an NBA player.
No, I agree though. I don't want to say it. I don't
Well,
want
he
to
can be your
say
friend.
it.
The truth. Listen.
Well, here's the thing. I met him when I was in college. He played at OSU.
Go
He'd
Pokes.
come and he's from Norman, so he'd
Yes.
come and say hi to all of our friends in Norman and everything. Love watching. I think it's like really cool to have known someone for that long that's playing in the NBA. I mean, that's just a cool thing for
And
a
that's on the
normal
team.
person. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just saying, okay.
But I mean, he works hard. I'll give him that.
100%.
The cockiness is there, that's for sure.
100%.
But that's the thing. Like, that's kind of what is frustrating to watch as a spectator. Like, somebody to be that cocky,
And
that's
not
not
that
all
good.
the way there yet.
Yes.
You know, like I'm like every time he's in, I'm like, go Lindy. Like I'm rooting for you
We're like,
to
get
just
him out
have
of the game.
some bad
You sound like Matt.
shots.
Well, I'm like, get him out of the game. That's what I'm saying. And so are the fans.
Oh,
Here
don't
tonight,
roast him
hey,
like
Drew,
that.
we're on the patio. They were like, get him out of the game. So it's not just me, Drew. It's not just me. But I would say this. Bella's very diplomatic. Have you not seen that, Drew? She likes to go to law school. She's very diplomatic in her
Oh
answers.
my god, my parents told me that too.
Uh,
Shit.
But anyway, so we're going back. So anyway, SGA comes back and forth. Now, I will say a big turning point was in about 2 minutes ago when SGA scores, comes down and blocks Brandon Ingram's shot, and then comes back and gets and one. To me, that was a huge play in the game. But where the Thunder have lacked at the end of games is the ability to make free throws.
Oh, it's so hard to
And
watch.
tonight, Josh went up there, knocked down those 2 free throws, and you could just see the confidence, Drew. They weren't even close to being not in. They were like, boom, boom. You know, the way SGA, when he gets up there, you know it's boom, boom. And you know what's coming in. So
That's what a free throw is. It's all about confidence. That's the thing with them being young, always.
yeah, but I think either you shoot free throws.
When they miss them. Like, that's the thing. But I played basketball when I was like 12, right? First thing they ever taught me, never miss a free throw.
On purpose.
Never miss a free throw.
Yeah, but you can miss free throws. It happens. The pressure, there's a lot of factors
It's a
involved.
mental game.
It's
That's
mental.
that's half of team sports, though. You're playing team sports for a professional league. You're getting paid millions of dollars. Don't miss a fucking free throw.
Did she just say the F word?
Oh, I'm sorry.
She just,
That's good stuff. Don't miss them. My grandma told my grandma
don't
used
miss
to
'em.
say.
Don't
Do not miss an effing free throw. It hurt. It literally makes my heart skip a beat.
Oh, that is
I'm sorry.
classic. That is classic. That was good.
I'm
That
so
was good.
sorry.
It's okay.
That's what my grandma
You know what?
used
When
to say.
I
Don't
was
miss
12,
free
my
throws.
coaches said the same thing. So
Is that what,
can't be
Drew,
that bad.
Are we going to really give that
Word
to her?
for
What we gonna do
word.
with that? Okay, we're going to give that to her. So, anyway, the Thunder make great plays down the stretch, make their free throws. How about them throwing the ball away down 3? I was like, really? You just threw the ball
They're
away?
done, dude. Let's not get too carried away beating New Orleans. They're a dumpster fire right now.
No,
They're
I
so
agree
beat up.
100. I have a
yeah,
question.
but why were we so close?
Well, because we're getting there. We're getting there. We're still
Yeah, Oklahoma City's a better team. I thought they were the better team tonight, but I thought the line was bad. I thought the New Orleans being favored by 6 points was a bad line. I didn't think New Orleans was a better team.
I didn't either. So, the end of the game, the Thunder, of course, 123-118, approved to 41-42. And by the way, who picked 40 wins? Thank you very much. I'll take my bow. Thank you. I picked them to win 40 games. Pelicans were 9 of 28 from 3. The Thunder were 11 for 37, 48% from the field for them, 45 for us. The rebounding factor that we just got, that's something that we've got to address in the offseason. A shooter, a perimeter defender, and somebody who can rebound the basketball. 52 points in the paint to 58. We did a great job of moving without the basketball and scoring. A lot of that, like I said, has to do with SGA and Josh playing downhill. And then I loved, Drew, did you love what the Thunder did by putting Josh at the free throw line when they were double teaming SGA? Okay, I'm not sure. Drew just left us. Anyway, I love what I saw by that adjustment by the Thunder coaching staff. First half, second half comparison. The Pelicans were 4 for 14, ended up being 9 for 28, which meant they were 5 for 14 the second half. The Thunder were 8 for 23 the first half from 3, and were 11 for 37. So the Thunder were 3 for 14. Not very good, there in the second half, but we did not shoot as many as you think that we did. 44% for them. They got up to 48. The Thunder were at 41, jumped up to 45. You can see rebounding. They were up by 12, only ended up beating us by 10. And then points of paint, they were up by 10, and we ended up outscoring them by 6. So that was pretty good by the Thunder and what I saw. And then, of course, the the bench scoring wasn't necessary by the Thunder. Now, the box score, this is what is interesting for me. Can you see that? No, you can't see that. This is what's interesting to me the second half, or the Thunder, because when you look at the box scores and what ended up happening with the Thunder and what they could and could not accomplish. Here, I'm gonna do this for you. I'm pulling it up so she can see the box scores. There you go.
Thank you.
You can.
Perfect.
So yes, and you can see what have I taught. What did I say today on the show? That your starters had to play how many minutes? And you look at that and look at how many minutes your starters had to play. And like I said, Jay Will had to play 28 to 30 something minutes, and all your starters need to play 30 minutes. And I said that on my show, The Unpopular Hour, today, when we were dissecting and breaking down the game when I was at Rococo's. And then what did I say? Who needed to play what? And you can see when you break it down, Sarge 11 minutes. Lindy Waters only 5 minutes. I think that's 5 minutes too many. Isaiah Joe 18, Aaron Wiggins 14. And to me, when you look at what was going on and you look at what the Thunder had to do, the coaching staff made the right decisions. He had the right players on the floor. You got to go with your starters, and that's exactly what he did. Sarge did a great job of coming in and helping out with J-Dub, allowing him to have a little bit of break here and there. But for the most part, I like the minutes breakdown. I don't think Lindy should have got on for it all, like I said. But you can see why Isaiah Joe did not play that well. He played decent, but not well enough to have the majority of minutes. Aaron Wiggins, I thought, came in and gave us a nice little break and a nice little deal. In fact, right there on the ESPN, they're replaying the last 30 seconds of the game, if you can watch that and see what was happening with there.
If I might say, Wiggins has been proving himself
really
pretty well. Yeah. I think sometimes what happens is just them being scared
to play it.
Yeah. I mean, think about it. Like, when you're playing a sport like that and you're playing for the bigwigs finally, like, you finally get your minutes on the court, you start to get a little palpitation there.
Okay.
And that can stop you a lot. For these young players,
Agreed.
it's just an easy thing to let happen. When you're practicing all the time, when you've got the same guys on the court and practice and everything, it's easy to, like, oh, go get in the game. And they start to, oh,
Freak out a
shoot,
little bit.
I've got to go play.
At least you
Like,
didn't curse that.
yeah.
Time. I appreciate that.
But, you know, they're gonna have a little bit of, like, they're not going to play like they would on a practice court. I think Wiggins probably, like, kills it on a practice court. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
And Wiggins is one of the nicest people I've ever met.
And he plays great defense.
And he
as a
plays
wing
great
defender.
defense. That's something that we kind of need.
Yes, big time.
Like, we've got Dort, and that's, you know, I mean, we've got Gideon Shea on offense, just, like, seeing it out, and Shea kind of finishing it out.
Which he's the second best
But
finisher.
we need a little bit more of that defense. Like, I cannot wait for next season when they've got Chet on there with his 7'1" arms, just
let's
blocking
hope.
crap.
Let's hope that he can do something. I mean, y'all are a lot more.
I mean, I always personally have been somebody who's all for Chet, because I think he's underestimated just because of how stringy he is.
Stringy is that what? Stringy. He's stringy. Okay.
He's a little stringy, but I mean, he pulls through though. Just because he looks like that doesn't mean he plays like that.
No, my deal with this is when I saw Chet play this summer, because I saw him play at Gonzaga. I was like, really, dude, you're garbage. That's kind of how I looked at him. Like, you're
Okay.
average, not garbage. He's average. That's why Chet's average to me. He's average. He's 10, 12, maybe 14
I disagree with
points
you
a game.
there, I
know you
guess,
do. I know you do. But what I'm saying is, every time you see him play against NBA caliber players, they dominate. So to me, I don't go by all the hype. What do you do when you play against athletic 6'9", 6'10" guys?
Yeah, so hear me out for a second. So when you move from one level to another, because you can play well in college and then suck it up in the NBA.
100%.
It's
like
a different
all
level.
Gonzaga players do.
It's all about your coach there.
Agreed?
If someone can coach him well enough to understand and know what to do, he'll be perfectly fine. It's really all about the coaching at that point, because he's got, like, here's what my coach always said in volleyball. You can't teach height, you can teach skill.
Right.
essentially. And I think he has the right mindset. He's determined. He's
I agree
smart
with
on the
that.
court.
I agree with all that.
It's all about understanding like what to do with his body. That's really all it is at the end of the day.
Okay, so I have a question for you. Tonight,
Okay.
Valanciunas against Chet.
Say that again.
Valanciunas, the big center for New Orleans, and Chet trying to guard him.
I mean, you're talking like, you know how people talked about Durant back in the day?
Yes.
Okay. I look at Chet like
Oh,
a younger
don't
Durant.
even.
I do.
Don't even
With
compare-
better
don't
hair.
even- Oh my God, that's
I said that.
I'm gonna say this: Kevin Durant is a unicorn.
I mean,
He's a
kind
unicorn.
of.
He's a unicorn.
You could say that.
He's a unicorn. No, kind of. He is a unicorn. He's 7 foot with unlimited range that can bust you up. That's Kevin Durant.
But I can see Chet being that too.
Chet, to me, Chet is 12 to 14 points a game, and this is my deal with Chet. He is.
I see him being at least 20.
This is my thing with him. When you look at the Thunder, SGA is going to score 30. Josh needs to be about 20. And J-Dub is going to be around 18, 20 himself. So Chet is not going to step in and score 20 points. So Chet needs to be about 16, 14, 16 points. But I think he's going to be more like 10, 12 points, not 16.
I disagree.
And what I'm saying is because there's not enough balls and not enough shots to go around. So if you're going to distribute it, how are you going to distribute the wealth?
Well, here's the thing. That's not necessarily true. I mean, there's plenty of points to go around. There's unlimited points to go around.
Really
Actually, I mean,
It's
also
really not.
here's the thing. Here's the thing about the Thunder. I think is different than other just NBA teams in general. Again, these are all such young guys.
Agreed.
Okay, the passion is just different. When you look at a team with like LeBron and just older guys that have been in there for so long, their passion starts to dissipate.
Yes. Agreed.
And I'm not saying they don't care about the game as much, but they're just not that into it anymore. They've made their wealth. They've done their thing. They've established themselves. Every single one of these guys on the Thunder are trying to establish themselves and get to their wealth and do everything that like they want to do in their lifetimes.
Agreed.
So Chet is going to do the same exact thing. He has more to do than other guys do. Because he just sat out a whole season.
No,
He just sat there the
I
entire
understand
season.
what you're saying, but I'm saying as far as points, how the hierarchy is going to work is
I
SGA is
see
gonna score
what
30.
you're saying, but I'm going to say trust in Presti for 1 second, even though I halfway do.
No. I understand what you're
For
saying.
him
but
to
I'm
find the
saying-
dynamic.
But he can't. Who would you rather have scoring, Chet or Jaden? Now, I would rather Chet take the place of Dort's points.
It's situational to me.
No, I agree that, but I'm talking about over the course of the season. And if you really want to win, it's got to be SGA, it's got to be Josh, it's got to be J-Dub, and Chet or Dort. Or it's got to be J-Dub, Chet, J-Dub, Josh. That's those three are your big.
So
three.
here's my thing. Josh is not a scorer.
I'm saying for us to go to the next level, he has to play like he did tonight. So that's my point. See, I'm projecting out and saying that SGA needs to score about 30 a game. Josh needs to be about 20. Then you need to.
I might sound stupid when I say this. I see Josh as more of like a let me find the
Facilitator.
path. Yes, like I see
Facilitator. I
him
agree.
as a coach on the court.
I understand that, but
And-
tonight you saw he wasn't, but he was. You see what I'm saying? He is that. What I'm saying, he needs to be more of an alpha as well. That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. And he's not. He's slowly getting there.
He has a lot. This like seeing him this season is insane.
Agreed.
He went from not like shooting any shots to, I mean,
Agreed. 100.
Yeah.
So I'm agreeing with what you're saying. All I'm saying is when you do the totality of the number of points you can score, the dynamic for the Thunder to be winners is you've already got the recipe with your big three.
yeah.
So all
I'm
you
just
need-
being overly optimistic
Yes, you are
here.
being overly optimistic.
I'm being way overly optimistic and just saying that,
way
hey,
over.
let's score all the points.
I know, but what I'm saying is there's only a limited
I
number
know.
you can score,
Let's
so-
be realistic for a
Put it like
second.
this.
Yeah.
You know where we're at, right? We average 117 points a game.
Mhm.
That's 90. That's pretty good for the team to be as young as we are. I think that's pretty good, don't you think?
I agree.
You cannot be giving people the finger while they're trying to take a picture while you're on the live.
Oh no, I didn't do that.
First of all, she dropped the F-bomb live. Then she's giving her friends a
I'm
finger
sorry, I have
because
paparazzi here,
Yeah,
so
she's actually did very, very
Yeah.
well. So, with that being said, I want to thank you for
Yeah, of
coming
course.
on.
It was
Thank you.
very nice to
Thank
meet
you. Very
you.
nice to meet
Thanks
you.
for having me on.
And you did very, very well. I might say that.
Thank you. Thank you. It was nice to chat with you.
And I will say thank you to Catch Tavern and the staff for them allowing us and setting us up so that we could get everything done. And then the amount of support tonight from the fans here at Catch was crazy how excited everybody was. So that being said, hey, everybody have a fantastic night. Go have a cocktail, go have a shot, whatever you want to do. I'm getting ready to go have one myself to celebrate the Thunder.
We're going to take a shot.
To celebrate the Thunder victory. Cheers to the Thunder. Cheers tonight. And let's do this against the Timberwolves this week. That being said, hey, everybody, peace out. Be